furnace on, the blower motor was froze and was just humming. So I gave it a manual spin to get it going. Still doesn't sound like it's really up to speed. But I got the system at least going. There goes the drive conducer motor. Let's just keep seeing what happens here. For sure, that motor definitely probably needs replaced. Okay, turn the pressure switch, or I mean the gas controller switch on. There goes the gas. Bam, there it is. Okay, now we're gonna have probably a problem with that blower motor coming back on if it's still froze. Everything else seems to be working, but looks like the blower motor is having some problems. If it doesn't kick on again because it's froze, then it's gonna have to be replaced. I'm just trying to see if it's gonna come back on. Everything else seems to be appropriate, be working. Alright, the motor has not kicked back on yet. I haven't heard it hum yet either though, so give it a minute. This time it takes a minute before it kicks back on, or attempts to. Okay. While we're waiting on that, another thing to note is if we have to get replacement parts for this, model number is been scratched here. Doesn't look like I can even read it. Let me see. Oh no, the model number's gone. It's all scratched off. So that's a big problem. I'm not even sure if I can reference anything off of this. But that blower is not coming back on thus far. We got the heat running, everything else is running. This is in really not good shape at all. Like everything's basically getting rusty. Yep, see it cut off because that blower won't come on. Yep. Yeah, that blower motor's fried. It's gonna have to be replaced. I don't have, and since I don't have a model number for the entire thing, yep, there it goes, it's shut down. Oh, there it is, hear it? Yeah, it's seized up. I could hear it seize. I heard it humming again. It can't kick on, so it needs a new motor. Now to even get to the motor, the mounts are over here, which means that would let me, I'd have to pull this off, pull that out, and then I can, I think I can just pull it straight out. I don't have to move that. Okay, so this would have to come out with these screws up here. That would drop the panel down. This would come out, and then I can hopefully get a label off the motor to replace it, because I can't get a model number off this. Alright, so let me call Chris now, and then we can go from there. Alright, so I pulled the whole motor assembly out and blower assembly, and I've got it detached from the main controller board. It's pretty easy to pull it out, but it's so greasy and stuff. I don't even know if I can even identify it. So what I'm going to do is just take it to the store and see if we can figure out what's going on with this motor here and get the right one. That's the problem with this whole furnace. All the labels are missing. You can't read them anymore. I don't even know if we can pull it off of here, but maybe he can match it up at least and figure out the exact one that this goes with. There's like some information with a capacitor that might help for a reference. So I'm just going to take the whole thing and we'll just figure this out from here. Okay. Okay, so we're back. We got the motor. New motor for our blower. Alright, so basically you're going to get everything we need out of here. We'll still use the same mounting piece here for the new motor, so we can get it mounted back to the blower assembly. Alright, other than that, all that we don't need anymore. Just to note, the wiring is all really okay. Alright, so we have all this ready. Get this new motor out. New capacitor. Alright, there we are. Now the first thing is, let's get this mounted down. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and set up a little stage for this camera so we can just kind of record as we work here. Get my gloves on. And let's mount this on. Let's get this new mount on. Alright. Get that. Alright, and here we go. Okay, now we got to get these lined up. So they're going to go back on like so. So these got to go back into it. Like that. Got to make sure that all the alignments are right. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these in here. Alrighty. Okay, now let's see here. Okay. Motor forward like this. Alright. This has got to spin without hitting that, so still not enough yet. It's got to come forward more. Alright. I have to mount it forward more. Okay, so it's still a little tight. Let me loosen that more. Okay, let's see if that's enough to pull the motor forward more. Alright, there we go. Now it's back more. Once. And okay, so that's able to freely move now. Perfect. That's a perfect position. Okay, let's tighten them back up. Okay, let's get it. Alright. Get in there and really hold it. Crank that down. Okay, let's have a look. Alright, so that's going to freely move. Alright, let's have a look. So everything's mounted in there. Okay, me see. I think what we want to do here is move that strap forward a little bit more, actually. Not quite where I want it. All right, so I put the this back in, motor's in, getting ready to wire it up. Got the capacitor wired up. Now we're getting ready to wire this up to the control panel. Put that back on, and we should be ready to test it. All right, so let's do that next. All right, so we've already determined the wiring for each motor for the setting. All right, so we got the wiring done. Just got this one wire that isn't going to be used. We'll tap that off here in a minute. Got another one I don't think it wasn't used when I pulled it apart. We'll tap him off. All right, and the control board is back up. We're getting that screwed back on. Okay, make sure that's good and tight. Okay. All right, and then that's plug is good there. It's plugged in. We are ready to test this out. Are you ready? Let's find out if we did it. Go ahead and turn them on. Okay, induction motor came on. Good. Getting instructions to the motor soon. If everything's right. Okay, there goes the blower motor. We didn't get that last time. We did no movement. That motor seems to be working good. So far, so good. Good flame going. Blower's running like it should. Everything seems to be working. Let's go see how the air feels. Check around a little bit. See. Doesn't seem to be a vent down here, does there? That I can look at. I have to go upstairs. Let me see what the thermostat's set at too. Alright. Okay, how are we set here? At 82. Okay. Alright, so we have a success. It's been running now for 15 minutes already, and it's heating the house. We can feel the heat in the vents. we are good to go. It's working like it should, like a champ. So I don't see anything else wrong with it. After so many minutes, if there was any faults, it would already pretty much tell me that already, if there was a fault or not by now, more than likely anyway. I mean, this is a very old bore, so there's really not a lot of detail. Doesn't give me a whole lot of information if it is something wrong. I gotta just see it by hand, like I did the motor, and I observed that it was, you know, off a little bit. So there we go.